Narcissism is contagious. Anyone that's been exposed to narcissists, their toxic traits do wear off on you. It's just like, in grade school, for example, if you notice, like, the bullies always tended to hang out with the other bullies. Birds of a feather flock together, so, any amount of exposure or just time in general being around these types of toxic people, of course, is going to make you more vulnerable to also developing those toxic traits yourself. So all one has to do, for example, is look around the community of people that are doing videos on narcissism and really closely observe and scrutinize their traits, and you'll see that almost every single person that's claiming to be empathic is exhibiting pretty toxic traits. So, I mean, you have these people, focusing on material objects like Beamers and Bentleys and cars, and videoing, fancy cars, and claiming they're anointed, claiming they're spiritual. But then they're claiming they're spiritual, and then they're like dropping F-bombs and swearing and in the videos, and focusing on material items and how much they can obtain, fancy cars and houses, and I'm taking this trip and that trip. How is that not narcissistic? Isn't claiming you're anointed just a tad narcissistic? I mean, that's ridiculous. What are you, the Prophet Muhammad now? I mean, what are you talking about? That's narcissistic in itself, claiming you're anointed. I mean, so you have to notice the hypocrisy of some of these commentators. They have narcissistic traits in and of themselves. And I'm not knocking, if that's your hustle and, you're trying to make money on YouTube or whatever, go for it. I don't care what you do, but you have to really take a close look at yourself before it's like we have to become whole ourselves. We all have toxic traits, good and bad traits. No one's perfect. I've got plenty of things I'm working on for myself. We're all works in progress. But people just need to be really mindful, because any exposure to narcissists sets you up perfectly to become a narcissist yourself. So you have to really be mindful of your own behaviors and take a good hard look at yourself, how you're acting, how you're treating people. We can only try the best we can each day to become better people. So, I noticed some people, claiming to be against narcissists and, watching their videos, and I'm noticing the psychopathic traits in, the people that are trying to help other people, allegedly. So, this one person was going off on people in the comments. I'm like, being like really nasty and negative, and I'm like, isn't this person claiming to be against narcissists, and they're so empathic and this and that? And some of them, if you really listen to them, they're like acting like bullies, they're swearing, they're putting people down. I'm like, is this supposed to be empathic? So I just wanted to just bring this to people's attention. Be careful who you listen to on these various platforms. Because there's a lot of toxicity in the messages. They're claiming this, and that, and then claiming they're spiritual. The next thing, it's like, F this and F that, and they're swearing in front of children, and I'm like, you might want to look in the mirror yourself. So, I just wanted to put this video out because I kind of was curious of other people's feedback, if they kind of were noticing these things as well. I kind of had to take a step out, and that's why I haven't been doing videos in a while, in terms of narcissism, at least. Because I just wanted to take a break and take a step out and really observe what was going on in the community, around town. And sometimes you need a mental break, of course, but I'm always observing. I'm a very analytical by nature. So, but I'd like to hear everybody else's feedback. Thank you.